Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40k. We've got another question from the Discord today, and we've got a question from Carlos Augusto Antonez de Bastos. I hope I've got that all correctly in terms of the pronunciation. If not, my apologies. Quite a long name there. But the question is, if Illuminazaris has the mechanical augmentation ability, using it on a Canoptic Spider unit, does it stack with My Will Be Done for the ballistic skill so that they can hit on a 2+ when they're shooting? So we're going to get into that and explain what the answer is and why. So first of all, we need to look at the ability to make sure we're all on the same page. Illuminazaris' mechanical augmentation ability, done at the end of the movement phase, you select one friendly core unit within 6 inches of Illuminazaris. If you do so, roll 1d3 and consult the table below. So here is the table. So either you're adding 1 to the strength characteristic of the unit, you're either adding 1 to the toughness characteristic of the unit, or you're either improving the ballistic skill of the unit by 1. And each unit can only be selected for this ability once per battle. Now please note that every single one of these options are affecting the characteristics. That's very important. We'll come back to that in a bit. So the one in particular here, we're looking at the D3 result of a 3 here. So the one that we're talking about is until the end of the battle, improve the ballistic skill characteristic of the models by 1. That's the one that's part of the question. Now if we're combining that with My Will Be Done, let's check out My Will Be Done. So if you're getting, say, Necron Overlord, it could be a Silent King, all your named character overlords as well, they've all got My Will Be Done. So done in the command phase, you select a friendly dynasty core, or just a core unit if it's the Silent King, unit within 9 inches of the model. Then until your next command phase, you're adding 1 to the attack's hit rolls, and each unit can only be selected for this ability once per phase. So Illuminazaris' ability is adding 1 to the ballistic skill, and My Will Be Done is adding 1 to the hit roll, which of course you would be using the ballistic skill in that situation. Now I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, these do actually stack. Now some of you may be thinking, how do they stack? Well, if you go into the core rules, and I'll explain why. So go into the core rules, you go into making attacks, part number 1, hit roll. So again, I'll display this on the screen for us all to see. If an attack was made with a unit that has the ability to automatically hit the blah blah blah, we don't need that part, we're not automatically hitting there. So if you scroll down to the highlighted section, a hit roll can never be modified by more than -1 or +1. That means that after all of its cumulative modifiers, so the hit roll have been calculated, the total modifier would be -2 or worse, it has to be changed to a -1. Similarly, if the modifier's hit rolls have been calculated to be a +2 or better, you've got to change it to just a +1. So long story short, you can only have a +1 or a -1 at best. You can't go any further than that. Now if we go full circle here and we go right back to Illuminazaris' ability, notice that his ability is not a modifier to the hit roll. It's not a +1 to the hit roll. It's not a -1 to the hit roll. It's completely changing one of the characteristics of a unit's profile. That's a completely different thing to modifying the dice roll. Whereas if you go back to the My Will Be Done ability, that is a modifier to the dice roll. It's a +1 to the dice roll effectively, +1 to the hit roll when using that ballistic skill value, which for the Canoptic Spiders will go from a 4+ to a 3+ as a characteristic with Illuminazaris' ability. And with the My Will Be Done ability, when you've got a 3+, it's a +1 to the hit roll, so you will need a 2+ to hit with the Canoptic Spiders when using this combination. Now of course you will need Illuminazaris, which is quite an expensive character, and you will also need an Overlord or an Overlord equivalent to just pull this off. But yeah, they do stack. So yeah, thank you very much for the question. So yeah guys, if you've got any more questions, you guys know what to do by now. Jump on the Discord server if you've got any more questions for us to deal with, and we'll make a video of the ones that I think are worthy of actually sharing with the viewers, because not everybody knows these answers. So guys, that is all from me today. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.